Welcome back to Brush Up Your Game, and today, the Aristocrat. Aristocrat is from Cosmic Dominion, originally from Eon. And, the first time I encountered Aristocrat, I was like, wait, how in the world, how in the galaxy is that a power? It just seems so good. It's game setup power. After flares are added to the deck, but before hands are dealt, you have 1 minute to look through the deck. Take any 8 cards, except the Aristocrat flare, to form your initial hand, and then reshuffle the deck. This is crazy. You build a hand, and you go, oh, okay, how do I take a meaningful hand, right? How do I dream up this grand hand? Well, that's the brush up your game part, right? Obvious choices. Attack 40, attack 30, right? Really good counter cards. Maybe the morph. Okay, but you're going to have a tough time getting people on your side. Except you're not, because you're the aristocrat and you have great cards. But why are you asking for allies? So maybe not the morph. I would suggest ionic gas. Prevent people from taking compensation from your hand at least one time. It's a choice. You're going to need to read through the wild flares, and you're going to need to read through them quickly. Figure out who has what, or at least what kind of flares can help you. Any kind of flare that would say, be able to set cards aside, be able to prevent players from taking cards from your hand, or limit cards that are taken. That is going to help you. Any kind of power or flare, not power, but a flare that would let you draw additional cards, that is going to help you a lot as well. So that is a big increase to your power. You want to keep your hand safe. You want to insulate yourself. Other cards to really look out for. Card Zap. I think card zaps, getting both card zaps, are probably more important to you than the cosmic zaps. Let other people play cosmic zaps. They're going to play them. They're going to want to play them. I don't know that you need both card zaps, but also, do you really want a wild card zap hanging out in the deck? So I think you build ionic gas, both card zaps, we're up to 3 cards. Attack 40 is kind of a no-brainer. I say take the 30 as well, just to have protection. I almost say bring a negotiate, just to have something to surprise, and to give yourself an option to go out and take 4 cards from somebody else. That gets us up to 6. Grab a couple of flares that are meaningful. That is your aristocrat hand. You can, if there's not great flares, grab the 23, grab a 20. Take the really high cards out of the deck. That's the way to go about it. Okay, you have the power of privilege. Here's the other part. Any time before encounter cards are selected, this is as a main player, I neglected to say that, you may use this power to draw a flare from the unused flare deck and add it to your hand. Then, if you have 2 or more flares in your hand that do not match any player's alien powers, you must choose one of those unmatched flares and remove it from the game. The flares you remove from the game cannot be drawn again. Well, obviously they're removed from the game. But this is getting you more meaningful wild flares to play. It can only help. Now, it can certainly mean virtually nothing to you, but it can help. There are a myriad of wild flares. There's as many flares as powers. Some of them do next to nothing. Some of them are amazing powers or abilities. That's there. So, Aristocrat, your strategy, keep your hand safe. Do whatever you can. Play that surprise negotiate. Take some more cards. Be a defensive ally as much as you can. Get more cards. More cards is more power for you. Keeps your hand bigger. Bigger hand, safer hand. Yeah. Ways to defeat Aristocrat or play against Aristocrat. Don't invite it as a defensive ally unless you absolutely need its help. Take cards from it as frequently as you can. Note the first time will probably be a failure, but maybe the second time you'll get somewhere. And that hand is in a good position to have good stuff taken from it. Beyond that, Aristocrat is not the most threatening power. Yes, a choice hand is great, but aside from injecting some new flares into the game, there's not a whole lot that Aristocrat's bringing to the table that is this massive threat to win the game. Aristocrat is kind of this bigger threat than what you see as a combat threat. It's more of a table presence threat. Yes, some flares, very annoying. But yeah, you just kind of have to starve it. And by starving Aristocrat, well, like many historical examples, Aristocrat will become whiny and would prefer it was the Sniveler. And at that point, I think you have a good shutdown and a non-threatening Aristocrat on your hands. All right. Let's end like we do. Beginning life with every advantage, the aristocrats expect deference and respect from others, drawing on a storehouse of great wealth from their feudal planet estates. They now turn their majestic gaze upon the squabbling villains of space. The aristocrats are here. There's not much you can do about it except beat them down. Give them a taste of the medicine that they so rarely take. All right. Thank you all for watching. And until next time, keep brushing up your game. Take care.